All right, so first of all, a disclaimer. This intro was written without the use of AI, so something that we apparently have to point out these days. And that's because AI has no heart, and that's what we need is more art with heart. And everything I want to say about Reed, I want to come from the heart. I knew that he was someone different in all the best ways. He was very soft-spoken, he played the accordion, and he just had that intellectual and artistic curiosity that we all dream of from our students. His passion for music and art began far before he was a student of ours and only blossomed even more when he was a student here and continued on in his impactful career in the arts. And that, in my opinion, is just beginning right now. So he's a humble person, so I'm going to seize this opportunity to be the one to brag about him because his stuff needs to be bragged about as best I can in my allotted 3 minutes. So hopefully no orchestra starts playing. But for starters, he graduated 13 years ago with a dual major in recording arts and music business, and he's utilized both of those to the fullest potential. He started an art collective called Moon Magnet right after he graduated, which is involved into 3 different businesses so far. He's got Moon Magnet Music School, Moon Magnet Mixing and Mastering, and Moon Magnet Music. A lot of alliteration there. And with Moon Magnet Music School, he currently employs over 28 teachers who instruct over 100 students per week across all instruments from accordion to Ableton Live. Many of his instructors are alumni of our program. In fact, I have a classmate from high school that actually sends her son to learn from him. But he really is a true artist, pushing boundaries, experimenting. He's worked extensively, with Meow Wolf, creating a 10-minute soundtrack to a room called Ruptured Time with his bandmate. His band Decollage has performed at Meow Wolf Santa Fe, and Reed has DJ'd original music there as well. In addition to Meow Wolf, his band Decollage has performed at Red Rocks and the Bluebird. And every year since 2013, Moon Magnet has hosted a stage at the UMS Festival, featuring their own bands as well as a silent disco on the main stage. They threw various showcases at various venues like the Alamo Draft House for 6 years that featured bands, live scoring of silent films, game shows, and performance art pieces. His artistic endeavors go far beyond a few bands. He's in a comedy band with his wonderful wife called Bun Bun. His Moon Magnet Collective has created art installations at Form, Arco Santi, the UMS, Desert Days in collaboration with Adult Swim, and art spaces such as the Museum of Contemporary Art and the understudy of the DCPA. In addition to all this, Reed also happens to have a black belt in Taekwondo, so if we have a few drinks, we might have a Taekwondo Muay Thai showdown afterwards. We'll see how that goes, but I put my money on him. I have the reflexes of our professor. But anyway, one of our CAM values is building community, and Reed has made building a community a core part of his career. He created a baby rave, which is exactly what it sounds like, at the Pearl. He co-founded the Balanced Breakfast, where community members can gather and learn music industry insights. He's come back as a guest speaker for our own classes and events more than 10 times since he's graduated, and hopefully there'll be more. But Reed is someone who creates art with heart as opposed to AI. He's turned being someone different into someone who makes a difference. And this perfectly embodies the values that we hold dear as a university and a college. So it's been an honor to nominate and reconnect with one of my favorite human beings, Reed Fox.
This is truly one of the greatest honors of my life, and I'm incredibly grateful to the College of Arts and Media for recognizing my work. When I signed up for CU Denver, my goal was to write and record songs, specifically concept albums, and that was my plan. But this choice led to many other unexpected and fantastical things. Like the time we covered ourselves in Coca-Cola so ladybugs would crawl out our faces for a music video. Or when we got an illuminated oyster costume and served oysters off the stage at a Red Rocks performance. Or when my friends and I concocted the idea for Moonwater, only to start a legitimate water company inspired by satire and whimsy, which Meow Wolf has been selling in their psychedelic grocery store for the last 4 years. You can probably guess that none of this was in the original plan, but there was a common through line in these experiences. Your brain is allowed to play. When I say that, I want you to do this with me, like you're opening the doors of your brain. Let's try it. Your brain is allowed to play. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, not just in your free time or as a hobby. Your brain is always allowed to follow curiosity wherever it leads. At CU Denver, I had professors who gave permission to be curious. Thank you, Paul Musso, Todd Reed, Karen Hager, and Aaron Hackle. So many others also. Lorne Bregitzer taught me mixing and mastering skills I use today. And in Storm Glore's class, I wrote the business plan for Moon Magnet. Many of these classes taught me that when your brain can play, suddenly the whole world becomes a musical instrument. So of course, I started carrying a field recorder with me everywhere to my classes. A little while later, in 2013, I discovered something life-changing: Mylar space blankets. Mylar is basically my creativity catnip. I have tried other catnips. They don't work. What matters is that you find what inspires you and radiate your essence. Over the years, we covered our recording studio and house with Mylar, built Mylar pyramid installations at Desert Days with Adult Swim, and covered Broadway with Mylar to promote a UMS concert. And eventually I made an enormous Mylar space blanket and handed it to Wayne Coyne from the Flaming Lips. And he threw it over the crowd, and through persistence, I somehow ended up on stage inside my moonsuit costume. Your brain is allowed to play. Okay, good. And along the way, something even better happened. The first day my wife, Jamie, and I met, she was filming my band, Day Collage. Together we filled a snail-shaped kiddie pool with just over 1 million sprinkles. Jamie, thank you for being my creativity partner. I love you so much. You're my best friend. And I also owe so much gratitude and credit and love to my parents for supporting me and believing that life in the arts is possible. Thank you, Mom and Dad. To my fellow alumni, creativity is always yours. It belongs to anyone curious enough to explore an idea or make something strange and share it with the world. If you're looking to be a part of what we're building, Moon Magnet is hiring music teachers, marketing interns, and DJs currently. So come say hi to me after this, and I'll be here till 10 hanging out. And check out moonmagnetmusic.com. Also, give a listen to the Links cast. It's Professor Paul Musso is the host, and he invited me onto the latest episode of the podcast. And he's been doing it for, I think, 2 years. It's really amazing. And finally, here's my challenge to everyone. Go home tonight and make something that makes you laugh. DIY something nobody asked for. Follow your curiosity wherever it leads, even if, and especially if, it brings you delight. Your brain is allowed to play. Be kind to your dreams and gravitate to your sound.